What the fuck? Wow. We're driving the baddest monster truck you ever seen in your life. Most monster trucks, they got two wheels in the front that turn. This one's got four. Four 54-inch wheels turning in the front, another four in the back. This is an 8-wheel monster truck. Took 5 years to build. It's got a 6.6 liter single turbo diesel engine running 25 pounds of boost with a Allison 1000 gearbox, 6-speed. This is a bad bitch. If the global zombie apocalypse or pandemic is coming to rain on your parade, this here will get you out of trouble. But it's not so good for getting McDonald's. It's really hard to get around now. It's good for bumping your head.
Hi everybody, welcome. Woo-hoo-hoo. What's it like? We're on a journey, right? So towards 1,000 days of hex staking. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And man, what we're at day 952, I think it is. Pretty exciting. I hope you guys are having a good time out there. Very cool. And of course, here is our hex chart. We are on a journey together, us Hexicans. Of course, mega state hex crypto. And of course, some pretty stellar boosts. We're getting hex payment boosts. We get penalties from people early in staking, good counting. We get airdrops all over the place. It is pretty cool for sure. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I like it. So welcome everybody. It's going to be a fun topic. Of course, we're going to hang out and look at the live charts and just chill with the community. It's going to be pretty cool as we head towards 1,000 days. Another 48 days to go, I believe. So very cool. We've got Hex Biker in the house. Hey, good Hex Biker. Good to see you. Good morning, Superman, all from the UK. Everyone is waking up in the UK. So good morning to all of you. CJ as well. Good to see you, CJ. We've got James Bond in the house with all the emojis smashed on there. Love it. Oh, yeah, we are live. That's for sure. Did Superman have a nana nap, says Dave down under. Oh, no, I've actually been doing a few other videos on a couple of my other YouTube channels. So, yeah, on Bitfury. A casino site, YouTube for that. So I've been doing stuff on that. What else? No, mainly that actually. So that's pretty cool. I went for a walk as well. Went to walk outside. It's very bad weather out here. Good old winter weather. About it. James Bond, Richard Hart Museum is going to be awesome. Yeah, heard about that. So that's pretty cool. Look forward to that. G'day all, says Par Excellence. Hey, good to see you, Par Excellence. And Stephen Beers in the house. Hey, Stephen Beers, good to see you. I love the profile picture there. Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsechain, awesome stuff. So good to see everyone in chat there. Here we got Hex at the moment. Look at Hex, 3.64 cents. The high for the day at 3.845. The low 3.6. So we're just off the low at the moment, and we've had 4 red candles there. And of course we've got the Bollinger Bands were tightening yesterday. They whined a little bit today. And we were getting a rising 50% price range too. That's just tipped today too. These 4 days having a toll. Although the range has been fairly tight here. 4 cents down to what, say 3.5 cents. So there we are, about a half-cent range there the last 4 or 5 days. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's have a look at the DMI as we check out the Hex chart. So buyers just drifting off a little bit there. But sellers are as well. So that's pretty much what we're seeing there, with sellers still slightly relatively stronger there. And we've got the RSI it's not quite oversold territory down here, but it is down at 40 here. So obviously not quite oversold at this stage, just muddling around in the 40s. And that's pretty much it for that. So we're going to head to our quad charts. We've got Hex in the daily there. The last 4 hours we've just been tuning it down. Since we actually closed, did we? 12. So it's heading down there at 3.6 cents at the moment. We've got the Hedron at the moment, just actually pulling off as well. Can you believe it? It's on the daily chart on the Hedron. Let's full screen that. Obviously, that's been a bit of fun, the Hedron chart. So we're going to have a look at the hourly and see that that's just the last 3 hours that's pulled off. we had a large volume just in the current hour, actually. So interesting stuff there. Let's pull up the Hedron chart there, Hedron USD. Let us have a quick look at that. And Hedron USD, I think it's the V3 pair. Yep. And let's see what's happened with the trades there just in the last little bit. So here it is. If we zoom this up, it'll be all this red selling here, particularly this one here, 28.9 billion sold for 25,000 there. Seems to be the culprit in the last hour. Just tracking back through here. Yep, that seems to be the culprit. We had a bit of selling before that, though, in these other 2 hours. You can see some of that red stuff then coming in. But really, it was this big one here, 28.9 billion for this count here. So cool. That's pretty much that. Let's jump back to the market. I guess it had such a good run, had to have a bit of a breather. It's still got ICOSA coming up, so the good news for staking and deflation is still coming up. But it's probably just having a breather now. Let's jump back to the daily on that and see how it goes, where it goes from there. We're going to pull that up there a little bit. So a bit of a breather, have another go. So I had 1 attempt and 2 attempts now at 1,000. 3 attempts, that's got to happen there, although it does still have the news coming up, so we'll see how that plays out. All right, we've got Maxi as well, 7 cents here, just pulled off a little bit too, but what we're really interested in is the premium over Hex. So we'll see, we started off in the first live stream we had, which about 5 hours ago, we had it at 96%, then it dropped to about 93. It's currently at 94 at the moment. So the range, definitely between 95 and 94. So pretty tight range and hitting new highs. Let's have a look at this chart. It's so good as well. So let's have a look at that. That is the daily chart on Maxi or from the Maximus team. And you can see the high lows just setting in all the time. Base and team token are due to come out probably maybe 2-3 months from now is the approximate timeline. Cool. That is that one. Let's get into Pulse Dodge. Of course, Gunther has gone to sleep on Twitter. Don't know if you saw that, but Gunther is asleep. We have got a green plane, but really we need to change that to red now. And Gunther's gone to sleep, so maybe that's why the plane's going all red at the moment. We've got $3.20 at the moment. It failed to break out 40K at this stage, but has pierced. It's still looking good in my view. We've still got higher lows here. And still got a good chance of moving higher. And of course, we've only got 18 days to go. Insane. I just feel there's going to be some fireworks. Not investment advice, of course. Just feelings. As we say, feelings. All right. We don't have feelings. Facts over feelings. That's what we have. All right. Feelings. All right. There we are. Cool. That's what's happening. We're at the market at the moment. The BTC at 2,500. Obviously pulled back under the 21,000 at 3.9% negative. 3.8% negative on ETH at 1148. BNB is at 231, down 2.38%. And the stables are mostly stable. USD Tether just slightly under peg there, but otherwise looking okay. Let's jump to the BNB coins. Woohoo! We're doing our price roundup. Pulse Dodge. Oh, poor Pulse Dodge. Poor Pulse Dodge, just slightly under 4/10 of a penny now. Just trading off there on the daily. And of course, P33 is at 13 cents there, also having a bit of a hard time getting off the bottom. And so is IM Internet Money there at 642. Although it is looking slightly better in some ways with having a higher low, just slightly. It's still pretty weak, but it's got a better position than it was down here at 460 at 642. So we'll see whether it can actually get some momentum. Watch the space. And finally, I know that's why you're all coming. Other than here is for the weight token. We've been talking about that. And of course, Magic Upright had a really good interview with one of the PR founders, I guess, in the team. It is currently just under 7/10 of a penny. And of course, this is the hourly chart. So a few hours ago, what's about 4, 8, maybe 9 hours ago, it was actually up as high as 8/10 of a penny. Heading towards 1 cent, but not quite there. 1 cent is up here. Just give you some reference there, so it's still below that. But it's doing okay, right? It's doing okay. And not many people are claiming, I don't think, relatively speaking. Because there's not much supply out there at the moment. So cool whip. Let us know in the chat if you have minted. Actually, let's do better than that. Let's get a poll up and see what the poll's going. But before we do that, we're going to put a poll about weight token. We're going to see who else has arrived in the chat. We got Patricia Steer. Hi, Patricia. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. It's like having royalty come into the chat, really, isn't it? Having Patricia Steer in the chat there. Very, very cool. Welcome, Patricia. And Kate Fugger just woke up in the recliner. I passed out, lol. Kate, you're funny, man. You're so funny. Morning, all big hearts here. Big hearts. Yes, Instagram model love to you, Kate Fugger. That's coming all the way from Superman from down under, where it's all rainy and wet in winter. That's pretty much outside. Katie in the house as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. I got to see Katie. Kate Figure right back at you, James. Yeah. Asleep. Gunther posted he was thinking about selling his Tesla to buy PLSD. Did he? He said he was going to sleep, for goodness sake. Is he still posting? Maybe he's posting in the sleep. Maybe he's asleep. He's posting as well. Sell his Tesla, really? Pi Pulse Dodge. I hope he doesn't. He was enjoying his Tesla ride the other day. He posted a video of his Tesla ride. Then he was going pretty fast. The torque on that thing is so fast. Evening gang, Bob Wells. Hey, good to see you again, Bob Wells. Woo! And Bob Flish gang. Woo! I'll just say, even though I'm way in the red with Hex, I'm pumped. Yeah, we've got to be pumped. You're earning Hex per day in T-shares. You're earning, plus there's airdrops coming every so often. New projects coming to airdrop Hexicans as well as Pulsechans. Love Rich. Hey, Love Rich. Good to see you. Hey now. Hey now. That's a good old song, isn't it? And Bob Wells with the emojis looking fine and dandy. Welcome, everybody. So that is a bit of a wrap-up. Let me just put the poll in. Let's see an early poll here. The weight token. Have you claimed the weight token yet? Or let's see. That's fine. I guess yes. I guess yes. Partially. Nope. Am waiting. All right. What is weight token? No, I won't put that because someone will say something. I don't qualify. How about that? All right, let's put the happy faces on. Bam. And we'll put a happy face on that one too. Partially, I guess, some accounts. How about that? All right, cool. Let's get into it. Have you claimed the weight token yet? Let me capitalize. Oh, your weight's good. No. All right, cool. Nice. We're going in there. Oh, there's the weight price, just under 7/10 of a penny. And of course, it was up higher. Let's full screen that while we've got the poll on. It was up higher, so let's zoom in on the hourly chart here. Let's zoom that down, and we can see it did get up early days. Got up to 2.9 cents, which is a pretty nice bag. If you got sold in there, they'd be able to pick a whole ton down here if they sold up there. Lucky people. I guess they took on the risk though. They always took on the risk as well of early claim. What else there? We got Refined in the house. Hey, Refined. Woo! Good to see Refined. I hope you can. You guys hear the Feeding the Ducks soundtrack? Does it sound about right level? I got level 14. Level 14, 13. Level 13. Hopefully that's not too loud. Was it a bit like was it the Three Bears? My porridge is too soft. My sound is too soft, or too loud, or just right. Let us know in the chat. Hey, we can have a bit of fun with that. Yeah, so get in there. We've got the 4 different options for the poll. Have you claimed the weight token yet? We got yes, partially, some accounts. I got no. I actually put no with the E. Sorry about that. No, and waiting. I should have put I am waiting. I'd get a big fail in English for that one. That line. I don't qualify. Yeah, that's some people may not qualify. Property Review in the house there. Hey, another good show. Big shout out to Property Review. Appreciate it. I have to get your Property Review. I have to get you back on the show again soon. I see that your channel's growing. I'm a big follower of your channel. I love big mansions and things. So I do appreciate it. Yeah, very cool. So we'll probably have to get you back on the channel. Good to see your channel growing though. Refined sounds good. Oh, nice. Thanks, Refined. Appreciate that. And Lies Beneath is in the house. Hello, all Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. Sounds good. Thanks, will do. Great stuff. Probably will be great to have you back on. Now let's talk a bit about Hex at the moment. Hex, of course, our title of our live stream today is Mega Hex Crypto Staking and Passive Income Boosts. Hexican journey towards 1,000 days. So there's a couple of things in there. Basically, at the moment, we've got 61 billion Hex approximately staked at the moment. 61 billion And of course, that is 9.49% of all Hex is staked at the moment. It's pretty amazing. That equates to 10.4 million T-shares as well. And of course, the average stake length is currently 6.47 years with 6.12 Hex per T-share at the moment, excluding penalties. And obviously, if we get a couple of million penalties, we normally get a little bit higher than that. So maybe 6.2, 6.3 sometimes. So pretty awesome stuff. And of course, we're all traveling along. I think it's day 952 towards 1,000 days. And that's a pretty cool milestone. After that, of course, we've got 1,095 days. It's 3 years. Looking forward to that in December this year for 3-year birthday party for Hex. And of course, the highest of stakes is expected then as well, which is going to be major, especially if they seal the big streaming deals that we hope they do. Then we know they've had one big streaming demonstration, so that would be super exciting. And maybe Pulsechain launches it around that time. Who knows? Maybe that is a pretty good time. Maybe it's not around September, October with PulseCon. Maybe it is in November, December, January, even late early January. Maybe that's a time. So pretty interesting. Obviously, code rewrites, we're probably assuming they're either finished or very close. And of course, testing would be required after that, presumably. They're doing testing as they go, testing afterwards and stuff like that. So we'll keep watching out for the space for that. Maybe V3, which is run privately, is testing it. Or maybe they are going to have finished the code, have to reset it up on a new testnet, which seems like the more logical thing, barring any inside information, and then running maybe a fourth testnet there, maybe V4 or something like that. So let's see. We'll wait and see. That's just my assessment and speculation at this stage. Cape Vega says, I think I will claim weight token later in the month. I feel Pulse will release next month. I could be wrong. So Cape Vega's pretty bullish. So here's me talking about October and December. And Cape is talking about, August. So we shall see. We shall see, Cape Figure. That would be pretty amazing. I'd be pretty happy for it to launch. I want it to launch after the next wave down. You know, when Bitcoin gets down to maybe 11K, 12K, if it goes there, I'd prefer it to launch maybe a month after that, actually. You want people to sort of recover from the shock and awe. Now, you've got to remember, crypto is much bigger than it was back in 2017, 2018, when we had the long bear market after that. For 12 months at least, and it's got so much bigger now in terms of the number of users, and we've got a lot more institutions. Institutions still rolling out. Institutions going to be like a 10-year adoption. We might be 22 years into that adoption phase, so I think the institutional side's got a lot more to play out. But that said, of course, that's true for retail as well. So even though more people know about Bitcoin as a brand, but knowing about crypto takes many, many years. So we've got time for that to go too. So we may have, but because we're bigger than we were the last time, we may have a higher price as expectation. Obviously, we went to a higher price, pull back to a higher price, and have more defense lines in there. But hey, people in the market, shorters at least, can short the market down pretty strongly, at least to a certain point. And maybe it's not that long a point, but they can certainly, tap out the market with the old margin shorts. Mr. Froz in the house from Calcutta, India. Good to see you, Froz. Good morning, sir. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey, good to see you. And don't forget, we've got the Fed Reserve coming up on 26th, 27th of this month with the next interest rate rise review. People calling 75% basis points again after the last one we just had. And that's based on the higher employment data that came out a couple of days ago. So we'll see how that all plays out, and whether how much the media will front run that probably the first few days before that. And they'll be talking about interest rates and recession. The other thing that they're going to bring more into play as well is the property market. That's been relatively untouched in commentary. I mean, there's definitely posts out there, but they might need to talk more about that too. So obviously, interest rate rises raise the wholesale rate, the federal funds rate in the United States, and of course, therefore, that flows into the bank settlements for banks. And then banks raise the rates a lot. At the moment in New Zealand, we've got very aggressive interest rate rises being pushed through since about October last year. And of course, that's making the retail rates way more expensive. And that's putting pressure on property market and price valuations as well. So it's going to take more. So we're obviously come off a extremely low interest rate cycle. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that. and virtually cheap or free money depending where you are in the world. Sometimes you get paid for taking the money too in Europe. So we've got a bit of that going on. And of course, then the world has to adjust to a higher interest rate environment. And like I said to it, I don't think it's the best instrument. I think it's a very blunt, lazy instrument for them to overuse. And it has a lot of, they don't really control a lot of the unintended consequences. And of course, they're pretty flippant about recession. Recession can have lingering impacts. Maybe a recession goes for 18 months. And of course, technically, we're not in recession yet, but projections are that we will be for this quarter. So I think that's probably a fair comment, and we'll see how we get on. So it may last 18 months if we do technically get into it, which I think we're already in it, and therefore that may be 18 months, but it may be longer because we've got so many other things happening in the world. So it's going to be fascinating to see that. We're Hex Hodl in the house there. Hey, Hex Hodl, good to see you. Hey, y'all. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, so in any case, you can stake your Hex and get a pretty good Hex return at the moment. So it's pretty cool with the big volumes. And we also had Rack and Michelle. I posted a video earlier on him wanting to get 2 cents. It's not, the market hasn't gone to 2 cents yet, but I know people got limit orders in for 2 cents, 1 cent, half a cent. We'll see whether they get hit or not. We are trying to find a bottom at the moment on the Hex chart, and we'll just have to wait and see. So let us pull in the whole Hex chart here. We're going to go into the daily. We're going to pull that all up and squish this in together. We'll probably create that a bit higher, and there we are. So let's have a look at where we are at the moment. So going all the way back on this chart to the 19th of September, our all-time high, pulling that back down in here into the current price of 3.6. That's 93% down still at the moment, but of course we did get down to 92% back on the 19th of June, and of course that was a 94.5% pullback. So we've managed to gain 1.5 percentage point difference there, but that's where we're at the moment. So still pretty heavy at 93% discount. Pretty nice pickup there. The 200 moving average, you can see here, based on our short data, is currently sitting at 13.9 cents. Bring that back. Bring the 13.9 cents back. That'd be pretty cool. Let's bring up look into crypto. Let's bring that up, and boom. Let's see what it would take to get back to 10 cents. Now, obviously, there's 2 ways we get volume by staking Hex. So even when the market's going down, we're still getting offset with that volume, particularly if there's a lot of penalties. But we haven't seen that. I mean, really haven't seen that many penalties. But the last couple of days, of course, they got up with the good accounting. Let us jump into liquidity. I just realized I had this on expand when I was doing a Bitfury video. So we'll just scroll down here. Let's see what it will take us to get back up to 10 cents from here. I think let's try 5 million. That's over too much, slightly too much. So it's probably about 4.8 million from here. About 4.8 million at the moment from here, where we are at the moment, to get back up to 10 cents. So cool. If we want to get up to, let's say what 1.5 million would do, throwing that out, that would get us back up to 5.4 cents as well. So cool. I don't know if we've had anything happen with the whale bot the last couple of hours, so we'll definitely see whether we've had anything last couple of hours for that. No, nothing really of interest. There was this one here, 82 million staked for 8 days. Another one of these short stakers there as well. Let's just see whether we've got any commentary on that. No commentary that I can see. Yeah, nothing there at the moment. So cool. So if anyone's got a spare, what do we say, 4.8 million, that'll get us back to 10 cents. We know that Rack and Michelle, of course, is looking to get us back. He wants 2 cents because he wants to do an over-the-counter desk thing. And of course, if you get the 2 cents, you're getting the free Pulsechain one. So really getting Hex on Ethereum and Hex on Pulsechain for 1 cent. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's where we're at there. Fun part is I'm wanting the sub 2 cents. Some of you keep promising me. Seriously, who would not want 1 cent per network after the snapshot? Buy in bragging rights. Yeah, I agree with them on that. Although we're still waiting for the market to do its, if it gets down to Richard Art's target, 84% pullback, down to 11K, then that's where we'll go. I would say nothing's inevitable, but if we look at the signposts, talking about interest rate rises and inflation and recession potentially and all that. Well, not potentially, I think it's pretty much yeah. But when we're going to have supply chain issues, food issues, you name it. It's just on and on. Energy just goes on and on. then yeah, we'll probably get that next lower down on the crypto. Now, wouldn't it be cool if crypto could show some resilience during this time? That'd be pretty cool compared to the stock market as well. So, but like I say, when we've got more institutional players in, we're going to get some of their same behaviors in as well as they do in the stock market. And of course, that means some risk off. Now, because Hex is also paired, 80% paired with, did we say 80%? I think we did. Let's say we got at top. We got the data up here. Let's go check. So yeah, 78% paired with USDC. That means that when we get risk off, that means people sell down the Hex in for US dollars. And of course, they go into US dollars, which is getting diluted, right? Because they're printing so much of it. So yeah, we'll see. Now they got the Federal Reserve's got a $9 trillion balance sheet. They're supposed to be buying back some of that and getting rid of it. Of course, they're really not being that successful at it. And of course, you saw Michael J. Berry the other day pointing out the fact they're not doing a very good job at that either. So pretty fascinating. All right, cool. Let's Hex Huddle says, nice to see the Hex stream on at 11 p.m. here. Nice, Hex Huddle. We aim to please, that's for sure. Hey, it looks like ETH is dumping at the moment. Let's have a look at that. Boom, 1142 is down a bit further, 4% on 24 hours. Another 2 months for 2 cents, I think, says Bob. Yeah, that's probably the time frame. I hope, says Bob. Yeah, maybe reckon it could do us a solid and sell the price down to 2 cents, says Brennan. Yeah, but he wants to pick it up at that price. So, I mean, I guess it might work out that way on that one. That's a pretty interesting thing. All right, cool. Let's. I actually deleted some videos that I didn't want to delete. I now wanted them back, but I actually deleted them. I was trying to tidy things up. I was going to play one of those. Anyway, here is the weight token at 6/6800 of a cent there, or just under 7/10 of a penny. And it's terrible when you move into hundreds. So the hundreds, this is the way it is with crypto. So we've got the votes in at the moment, 14 minutes. We're going to keep this open for a while, I think. Have you claimed the weight token yet? Yes, partially some accounts, 11%. No, I am waiting. I can't believe I misspelled that. No, I am waiting. Maybe it's like the Welsh, spelling it like the Welsh. No offense there, but no, I am waiting. No, I'm waiting. No, I am waiting. Something like that. Is that the Welsh? I don't know. Let me know if in the UK what the accent was trying to be. I don't qualify 6%. Oh, that's unfortunate. I feel sorry for the people that don't get there. Obviously, there's 8 different sacrifices, so there's a good chance that somebody would qualify for that, unless you're new. So, yep. Brennan says he has enough Hex. The public need it more. Yeah, that's true. He has a lot of Hex. They have 5 different accounts, by the way. 5 different accounts run through lawyers, I think. And they have plenty of Hex. But what we want good whales to accumulate Hex, and of course he is definitely doing that. And as I said earlier, Rack and Rochelle is doing at least 4 different utilities coming in. He's doing a crypto and stock exchange, which is going to be great. And of course for Pulsechain, I'll be signing up to that as straight away. He's also doing a security, government level security for individuals. So that's cool for private citizens. Also doing a fiat on-ramp and looks like a coin listing site as well. Now, I'm not sure whether he's partnered with certain projects for that, but he's definitely said that he's also supported some funds for one of the projects, and he's put a question out who that was. I don't know who it is. So if anyone has any idea, let me know in the chat. I'm done with all-time lows. I'm past ready for an all-time pump. I agree with you, okay, figure. I'm with you on that one. All right, let us go. It's terrible having to be pragmatic, reflecting the market. We all want the market to go up, generally speaking, unless you're really, really wanting to pick up the lower price. But yeah, it's always tough commenting on when the market is in a bear market. That's all I would say. Let us have a little break here. We're going to have a little break, and we're going to bring in some hypium. Did I just make that word up? I guess it's probably made up before. We're going to bring up some hype. If you feel the hype, get excited. We are on the journey to 1,000 days. And of course, we earn those T-shares every day. We're getting airdrops too. And of course, we get penalties from people early in stake or good accounting. So that's a lot of fun. Feel the hype. Nice.
craziest part of the helicopter is when he does his turns, and you're like, hard to the right, hard to the left. This, I don't know, maybe he thinks it's more fun than just kind of like going like that. You can tell how far up we are because the trucks that move all of the land and the earth around doing mining and stuff, they look like little Tonka toys. They're like little yellow dots. When the engine stops, you die straight.
The pilot has a heart attack. Who's jumping in the seat, me or you?
You, because you're closer. And you've flown on an airplane before, so it's you. True. I'll complain though, from my side. From my side, I'll be complaining.
Watch that mountain.
All right, I got a bit lost there. I got a little bit lost. I wanted to say a big welcome to our latest members in Discord. We got Caster there, and we got Wookie and a Bruss Park. So a big special welcome to our 3 latest members. We're 2 more members away from 550 members, which is our next goal, right? So that's really cool. Yesterday, Loco Man 1 guy came in, and Terry Doc. So welcome to Terry Doc. We see Terry Doc in the chat often. So big welcome to that. So if you like good community and good information, definitely get into the chat. That is very, very cool. We've got a few posts in here recently, which has been pretty nice. Where are we up to here? Yeah. We've got Briz here, sneak peek. Biceps in the chat, almost done with this piece. Can't wait to show you guys. This should have been done a long time ago. So you can see the new artwork, and of course the strong arm there from Briz making the new artwork there. Can you know what? Let me know in the chat if you know what that is. The artwork there in the chat. I think I can just make that bigger. Is he holding some sort of? He's holding his machine for that. So cool. Nice. So check that out. Very cool from Briz. Big strong arm there. What else we got there? Wookie says, "Hey Superman, it sounds like you're a Kiwi. That makes 2 of us. NZ is full of superheroes. Yeah, I like that. I'll put a little Superman on that. So a big welcome everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And of course, we're going to jump over to Pulsechain and do our yield farming today because you got to practice with your Pulsechain for all that passive income we're going to get when it launches. RH for the win says, "Likes me, absolutely. Would anyone like to donate me a couple of million test pulse? I'm trying to build up my LP pool up." Hey, Brendan, we're both competing against each other in the LP, although mine is kind of the syndicate pool. Nice one. Yeah, Briz, KD, yeah, Briz. Looking like a strong arm there with the old artwork, so we'll look forward to that when it finishes. What mega staking? Mega staking? We went through mega staking. We are mega staking 61. I haven't actually finished the topic of that money magnet, but 61 billion hex is staked at the moment, 9.49%, 10.5 million T-shares in the house, and of course for an average of 6.57 years, 6.12 hex per T-share is pretty amazing. And of course we've got new products coming up with Maximus with their base token eating up hex. It's going to probably put some demand pressure on the hex supply, especially if they do 150 million bigger base better. That's going to be pretty good. We've got Power City Flex coming up too. Also going to need people to have hex, either use their liquid that they got at the moment or buy on the market. So we've got a lot of pressures coming up. We've also got the Hex Investment Trust still receiving money and buying as well. So it is pretty bullish. That is the mega staking. That is the mega staking crypto. It's just coming. And of course, we're expecting more products as well. So fun. We've also got some. Rackham does over-the-counter deals, by the way. I'm not sure how much. I don't think he does any more market buys these days because he is he's got early OG bags. So yeah, 5 different accounts as well. So that's the way it rolls there. But he's building a lot of utility in the ecosystem. When he does OTC deals, presumably a lot of it's going to be taken off the market or used in his applications, like the exchange, for example, is my guess on that one. That's my guess there. So yeah, cool. All right, buff Briz. Yeah, Briz look pretty buffed in there. We're going to do a yield farming on Pulsechain. So am I the only channel still doing this? Do we love Hex and Pulsechain? Or we think we do. We got our APR's down to 37%. Oh my gosh, gone down from 42. That's what happens. Like Brennan's in there, and of course let's highlight Brennan. Brennan, you're putting too many LPs in the pool and pulling down the APR. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, we've got 11 INC tokens. Let's have a look how many we've got in our wallet already. We've got a certain amount here. We've got 17.6 already. We're going to harvest this. Let's go. Boom. It's going to be super cheap to do too. Am I getting excited about passive income on yield farming? I think I am. So let's harvest that. We've got the activity. We're just pulling out the incentive token there on Pulsechain yield farming. Boom, there it was, a couple seconds, and we've got it. And there we are. We're up to 28.74 incentive tokens. We're going to go and recycle that. So we're going to compound our earnings. And of course, it's one strategy you can do. You've still got to take into account impairment losses and price changes and things. So let's have a look at the exchange. We're going to pull up how many we've got here. We've got 144,000 PLS and 567 PLSX. So what we might do is take our incentive token. We're going to buy PLSX with it, which is $2,674. We're going to confirm that. Remember, every time that we're swapping to, we are paying 0.29% in the fees. 0.22% goes to the yield farmer, the liquidity provider, and 0.07% goes to the buy and burn. Every time we're trading, every single time someone trades, you can see how crazy it will get with the buy and burn. And maybe we'll check that out in a second. So we're swapping our incentive token to PLSX. I suspect that a lot of yield farmers coming in will actually speculate on the incentive token, and so will other people. So the incentive token might actually do well. It is inflating, but at a deflationary rate, is my understanding of the emission curve. That's a common path as well. All right, so we've got 1.9 million Pulsechain at the moment. We're going to flip that, and we've got 1.9 million. So let us get some. I have to get the calculator out because I didn't do it too well the other time. Let's pull up the calculator. If I had the calculator, can't even find the calculator. Where's the calculator? There it is. So we're going to take that. Did I actually have that much in there? I guess I did. I had more stuff in there. So 194. Let's take that number. 194. And we'll divide that by 2. So 970. 970. That seems fair enough to me. So 970. 970. 123. So $1,900. We're going to buy some Pulse with that and swap that. So cool. Remember, we're topping up the Pulse and PulseX liquidity pool, so we need equal amount of both. This is based on Uniswap version 2, which you need equal amounts. It's not like V3, we only need one side of the pool, and you can also use that as a swap mechanism as well. So that's just going through. It won't take too long. There we are, transaction receipt. So that's on our MetaMask. We can see that that's just swaps that's happened. We did those 2 swaps. Our incentive token's gone out of our wallet, and of course now we've got equal amounts of PLS and Pulsechain for our yield farming there. So it's nice. So we've done the trade. We harvested our incentive token. We then swapped it into Pulse and Pulsechain. Now we're going to add that to Pulse and Pulsechain to liquidity. We've actually got some also Pulse and Texan. We've got a bit of Pulse and Texan in there too, which is hilarious. So cool. And let's take our Pulse. Let's take our Pulsechain. And of course, we will full scale that. We're going to take off the decimal places. Actually, let's swap this around to Pulsechain and do that way. So I think that's right. 970, 253. Yeah, we've got plenty. So that's cool. We got less than 0.1% of the pool, and we're going to earn 0.22% of all trades. Remember, the trade fee is 0.29%. 0.22% goes to liquidity providers, which is what I'm doing now, providing liquidity. And 0.07% goes to the buy and burn of Pulsechain. So we like that. So I'm going to get 496,000 Pulsechain LP tokens here for Pulse and the Pulsechain pool. So cool. These are kind of your ownership tokens that represent your liquidity that you're putting in. But of course, you can then take those ownership tokens and put them in yield farming. It's kind of the way to look at that. So cool. They will show up in the wallet on the MetaMask. There we are. Add liquidity. That's done. And we'll get LP tokens. There's our LP tokens, 496,000. Cool. So we are now earning 0.22% of the fees, but we're going to go add in, and we want to earn the incentive token as well. So we're going to go into our pool. We've got 109 million LP tokens at the moment. We're going to top that up with 496,000, heading up to, 110 million. So we're going to confirm that. Remember, this is all super cheap on Pulsechain. This is all 0.00075 fees at the moment on testnet, so it's pretty super cheap. This should update to 110. Let's watch. It's going to happen. $835,000 is what it's worth on the testnet. Boom, staked. Your funds have been staked. Very cool. Waiting for that to update, and it's going to happen. I think it just happened. Does it happen? Yeah, maybe we weren't quite as high as I thought. Anyway, so that's what we got there. We're going to start earning more incentive tokens now, although the APR is gone down, so we're offsetting that in some ways. Cool. That's it. Let's have a look at the buy and burn on Pulsechain at the moment, just as a quick update. Let us check that out. 55 billion now is on the buy and burn. You can see that number there, 55 billion. And of course, there doesn't seem to be any groups to be able to burn. So it looks like a few things going on here. What else we got there? Telegram, Twitter, Bridge. That's sort of fine. And that's pretty much it. So well done. We did it. Let's go have a look at the prices of the market at the moment and see what's happening there. We haven't got a lot of volume on the exchange. People are not playing around that much the last day or two. We did have before that. We had better volume. Yesterday we had 69 million, and today we're currently at 47 on current day. Everything's looking pretty red in the markets there. This is pretty good to see some red stuff on Pulsechain, just in case you think that's always going to be green and going up. That's pretty funny. Hexican token, oh man, it's almost up to 10 cents, up 72%. Oh man, like a boss. And remember, I bought 1 million of these, so that's pretty cool. What am I going to do with my Hexican tokens? Am I going to keep FOMOing? Maybe it will go up to multiple dollars on the Hexican token. This is the way it is. $663,000 of liquidity. OMG. My goodness, it's grown a lot. All right, so cool. Yeah, we've got 5 trading pairs for Hexican. This is obviously the coin by Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat. So that's cool. Let's go into the comment there, see if anyone else is, maybe Brendan's commenting on that. Let's have a look here. Yes, I agree, Superman. We need him to continue. Yeah, I think we jumped to that one. Let's scroll through some of this. We're going right through those. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. You have 10x more LP than me, Superman. Says Brennan. Yeah, but I got given the pulse at the beginning by someone in the community. Remember? I can't remember. I just forgotten who that was that gave it to. Smash the likes, people, please. Says Kate Ferg. Absolutely. Thanks for the burn bounty, Super. Says Brennan. Yeah, I'm sure you got that. Nice. You're manipulating the markets there with the insider trading, Brennan. Insider trading on Pulsechain. Yeah, that's the problem when you live stuff. All right, so we got Hexican. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to swap. Let's see if we might actually swap all our Hexican. What do you guys think? Let us see what we're going to do. We got a lot of Hexican, man. We've got 880,000 Hexican. Are we going to dump this Hexican? 72,000, 86,000. That's not the best rate, is it? There's a lot of loss there. Let's have a look here. 71 on the PLS pair. That's not too good either. Incentive pair. That's pretty bad too. We're making quite a bit of loss, but we are up a lot. So just the way it goes. What is that? We've got 2 PLS. I'm not sure what's happening there. Pulsechain. 86,000. Well, maybe we'll just keep our Hexican at the moment. We'll just keep our Hexican. It is looking pretty good on the chart there. So we'll go weekly on the Hexican. It's looking pretty good. We're going to hold our Hexican. I'm sure we're going to do better. We will hold our Hexican. All right, so cool. Let's go to Hexican just to check out Hexican. We did 4 stakes. So let's go check our stakes on Hexican. And this is, like I say, is made by Crypto Heartbeat and Rag to Riches. Oh yeah, right. So we had 4 stakes. Well, we did one for 4 days. That is matured. We end staked that yesterday. We have more Hexican that we can actually scrape. So we've got 68 that's available in interest. This is a 22-year stake. This one at the top here, 100,000 Hexican for 22 years. Keep scraping that. Now I'm not sure what the impact of scraping has on the rate. That wasn't clear to me from the white paper. Whether we're losing some form of a benefit, because when you set up the stake, it looks like it allocates the Hexican from the reward pool. So I'm not. That's the only thing that's not clear to me. Yeah, that's the only thing. Brennan's laughing at that. Yeah. 45 Pulsechain bounty. No way, Brennan. That's insider trading, Brennan. Not doing that on live stream. Seriously. So you're already testing that billionaire. Congrats. Yeah. I think HODL Hexican for a bit, Super. If you look at the price chart, it can recover. But I agree with you, Brennan. We're not selling it. We're keeping it 880,000. I bought that on a speculation, $1 million there, and I didn't get it cheap, but certainly cheaper than the price now by a long way. I think I spent 15,000. It's now worth 88. So we're not going to be selling that anytime soon. So yeah, let's scrape a bit of this 22-year stake. I'm a little worried about scraping the 22-year stake, although it's only been a few days, so we should be all right. Let's do that. Your stake is being scraped for interest. This may take up to a minute. Now, I did see that Rag to Riches posted a special video on an issue that some people were trying to work out. I haven't managed to watch that yet, so hopefully I'll watch that because, like I say, it's scraping this. I'm just not sure about what it does to the stake as well. Normally, when you have a stake that has based on share rates, which I don't think this doesn't have share rates as far as I understand, that it's just basically simple type of mathematics. There we are. So we scraped that. That means it's added onto our wallet, I guess. We've scraped that. So that's in our wallet. We've also got this stuff. We can scrape that. We'll just let that accrue. This stake is for 1 year, 10,000 and 10,000 for 30 days. That will mature soon too. That's all started on day 14 of Texan as well. The other thing I want to know is let's just go to Twitter and see whether they've been tweeting anything. Oh, they definitely jumped up to here at 441. So when we covered it, the first time we covered Texan, they had 58 followers. They're now up to 441. So that's pretty good. Now, the key thing about this is that we were keen on if they're marketing this to the 500,000 in the Texan organization, which is an independence movement for Texas, then that would be super bullish for Pulsechain. If it's marketing just to existing Pulsechain Hexicans, then that's really not the greatest because it's taking a capital that might otherwise head towards Pulsechain or Hex in particular and away from that project. So we don't generally want to do that. So yeah, obviously Rack and Rochelle has pointed that out many times that marketing Hexicans, Pulsechans is really not, at least Hexicans in any case, is not really the way to go. Richard's sort of not really been keen on that either. It all makes sense because you want capital to flow to the most logical places. So that's true. That being said, of course, capital flows out too. What happens if you end-stake your Texan stake early? Important information about that function. So this is the early end-stake, but we're not early end-staking our ones, but that is an important question too. You can sort of see that Rags is on there doing that. What else on here? I think that was... I think that's it, isn't it? That's it. Yeah, Texan token, more tokenomics from Texan token at Rag to Riches. So he's going through the overview there. I don't think there's any insights into that. Yeah, so I don't know if he's answered the reset rate part on that. Adoption. Oh, adoption here. Have partnered together to bring adoption to Pulsechain. So that might be an interesting answer to the adoption question. So I might watch that at another time. And maybe we'll pull out some of these videos and play them tomorrow. I don't know. It's interesting. If they can bring on 500,000 people into a project that's on Pulsechain, at least if they even get 5% of that amount, or 2% of the amount, let's be 2% of a 500,000, that'd be something, right? That'd be a pretty cool outcome. Cool. So we'll leave it there. That is it. PulseCon coming up, of course. PulseCon is coming. GD's in the house there. Good morning, GD. Good to see you in the house. PulseCon is coming, and of course we've been talking about this. It's coming down not too far away. Will Pulsechain be launched? Probably not, is my guess. Expecting later in the year. 57 days to go as well. 57 days. Oh, it's still got enough time, one would argue, depending on if you think you can get testing all done in 6 weeks, assuming the code is rewritten on Pulsechain. But we haven't seen that so far from the testing. We've had very long testing timeframes. Our first test net was 77 days, the second one 103, and the current one is longer than that. So was it last one? I think it's already up about 120 days, something like that. So and V3 is about 70 days or something, give or take. I'm guesstimating on that, but that's pretty much it. Don't forget that Maddie Allen's, that Internet Money's got a giveaway for the platinum. So if you want to find Internet Money on the on Twitter, which I'll find for you because that's what we do here. We find it. Let's get Internet Money there. So we got Internet Money giveaway, the $1,800 ticket there, which you can see is a platinum one, looking pretty good. It's a giveaway, and it doesn't close yet the 12th of July, so you still got a chance to get in on it. So we'll keep pushing that. Hey, if I can push freebies, I'll push freebies all day long. That is just the way it is. So Internet Money PulseCon giveaway. Contest enter here. All right, cool. That is that one there, so you can get on that. $1,800, pretty good if you're in the US. Nice. Does it work? Nice. The other thing that we talked about was a giveaway was Pulsepot. It's doing a giveaway with the Russian. Is she Russian? I don't know. She's from Europe somewhere. This lady here, what's her name? HVid Hex there. And 150,000 Hex giveaway, 50,000 Hex each, 3 addressed winners. All you have to do is like and retweet this post, and it's so easy. The winners will be chosen July the 31st, 2022. This community is the sickest as well. I don't know. I don't know if she would write the word sickest. I don't know about that. Anyway, so it says good luck anyway. So yeah, this is the way it is. Maybe I'm stereotyping there, but hey, that's what it is. And of course, we played that video earlier of this person. What's her? I actually got it at the top here. Bam! There we are. So let's play that.
It's a bit quiet around here, so let's stir it up a bit. I've teamed up with Pulsepot and we are giving away 150,000 Hex. It will be divided in 3, so each will get 50,000 Hex. So a bit about Pulsepot. Their plan is to adopt as much from the outside world as possible by changing other people's habits, turning them into Pulsechain and Pulsex via Hex for a better life in the near future. That's why I wanted to do a collab with them. So the 3 winners will be chosen by the end of this month, the 31st of July. And yeah, all you have to do is like and retweet, and yeah, good luck. Bye.
Bye, everybody. I love it. All right, cool VIP, as we say. H3 in the house there. Woohoo! Wait for wait. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people waiting for the wait. Do you think someone will set up a bot to continuously burn fees on mainnet to earn constant bounty fees? Yeah, I do. I think they're going to have some mechanism to stop that, Brennan. She's holding the iPhone upside down. Lol, says Hexadol. I just noticed that myself, actually. That's a really good observation. Hilarious. Clearly picked this lady for eye candy to announce this. I think so too. Yeah. But hey, that's the reality that we live in, right? And it's just what is going on. Unless you want to live in land of make believe, which some people like to do. All right, cool. That is two pretty cool giveaways, and of course Pulsechain coming up pretty closely as well. So lots of cool stuff happening there in that space. So nice. The last thing I want to pull up was Maddie Allen's stuff coming up here. Pulsechain conference. Is it Pulsechain conference? Pulse conference. That's it. So we're going to pull it up, and this is also coming up. So we've still got lots of things coming up pretty soon. I think it's pretty exciting, and of course here is the day. I'm not going to go through all of this because I've done it before, but day 1, day 2, day 3, 14th to the 16th is 1 year anniversary from the Pulsechain Sacrifice, and of course 33 YouTubers and Pulsechain founder Richard Hart. So it should be a lot of fun online, and of course you can see all the people there that they've got. So a lot of big names from the Pulsechain Hex community, and yeah, so cool. Lots of people there. Richard's on the last day, of course, most of the evening, 9 p.m. through to 11 p.m. As well. So cool. That is pretty much. You can take a snapshot of that. Just have a look through some of these. Some ones I'm really keen on. Obviously, we've got. Let's have a look here. We've got Maximus on day 2. Hedge on day 2. Liquid Loans day 2. That's what I like to listen to. What else we got in there? There's a few others that maybe some of you would like to listen to. The Pulse Hot List, or the Pulse Dodge, Free Pulse, that sort of thing. And then there's lots of content creators as well, so worth checking out. Nice. I'll post that in the chat just in case you want to check that out. Pulse Conference. What do you call it? Agenda? No. I'm not even sure. Pulse Conference. Let's just put that in there. I can't remember what you call it, but there it is in there. Kate Figure says, not sure why she in her 90, but I don't mind. Says Kate Figure, that's funny. Family show. All right, so we got that Pulse Conference. There we are, and lit there from Kate Figure. Nice one. All right, so cool. Yeah, check it out, the Pulse Conference. There it is. Bam. Good work, Maddie, setting up these conferences as well. What else? I think that was pretty much it for there. Let's get back to the charts. Boom. Weight's currently. Weight's dropped a little bit further. 0066. There is a bit of a pullback in the market here. A little bit of softening in the market. So it's probably not surprising. We're currently on Monday too. I guess the markets haven't opened. The futures and the stocks were probably a little bit on the slow side, I think. So we got Hedron at 857, Hex at 3.6. Yeah, Hex really hasn't made a push, has it? Really, it really hasn't made a push. There's nothing much happening to it. It's just stuck where it is at the moment. Really, 3.5 to 4 cents. Maxi at 7 cents and Pulse Dogecoin at $3.30. And that's just trying to break out of that $3.40 there strongly at this stage. So cool, but I think it's going to do it. 18 days to go, not long at all. Nice. Hey, we're up to 55 minutes already. How did we do that? Just like time just flows on. Like I say, we're on day 952 of the Hex journey. So if you haven't staked some Hex, check out hex.com. And of course, get those T-shares while you can. Well, we've got this 93.5% pullback, or 93% pullback. You should definitely do that. Brennan Eslock says, expect all kinds of OBOTs. Yeah, that's true. Oh, nice. All right, let's get some inspiration as well. Let's jump back into this. I'm going to do one of my favorite ones here. This is about Pulsechain. Pulsechain. This one here. That's a good one.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs, but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had an inflation bug. XLM's had an inflation bug. Ravencoin's had an inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's just a pure design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug. And we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got.
Highest stakes coming end of this year. Woo-hoo-hoo. Late 2022. All right, cool. Hey, we've got our poll results out at the moment. Have you claimed the weight token yet? We might as well bring up the weight chart again. Let's go full screen on the weight chart since we're talking about it. Boom. Have you claimed the weight token? Let me pull that in. It's got such a high level there. 78% have not claimed. They are waiting. I misspelled the no. 12% yes, they have claimed. Partially some accounts 6%, and then I don't qualify 3%. So that's the results. 33 votes. Thanks very much for voting. And of course, I think that results probably slightly higher than the average, I would say, than I expect, because I think we might have more claimers in the audience than overall. As long as PLO6 fees are burnt, I'm not complaining, says Brennan. Pulse 777, hi, super fudger digity. Pulse is the weight token. How do you qualify, says Pulse 77. Weren't you in here yesterday, Pulse 77, about that? I just had a memory that you were in there. What I would do, Pulse 77, we covered it in full on our first live stream. But of course, I'm going to post you the links here as well, and we'll just quickly go over this in super fast speed. So here is the weight website, and of course, if you sacrificed for some of the sacrifices, let's go check them out. If you sacrifice for any of these, the sacrifices up in the top. If you sacrifice for Pulsechain, Pulsex, Liquid Loans, Mintra, Genius there, Hurry Cash, Fiat, or Internet Money, you will have an airdrop that you can claim on pretty much. So that's pretty much it. If you've got any of those sacrifices, you will be qualified for that. That's easy. We're going to also pick up the white paper. And of course, I'll post the white paper as well. Suggest you read that also. Now, apparently, Pulse police have cleared this contract. Once again, you can confirm that in the Discord. So cool. Sorry, but have been away. We'll check it out. Thanks, mate. You're welcome. Those are the two main websites that you might. You want that one there, the official site, and that one there is the white paper. But we're going to do a bit more for you since you've been away. We're also going to click on the app here. This is where you qualify. You have to connect your wallet up. And of course, you have to then check your eligibility. But if you don't want to do that by connecting your wallet at this stage, and of course, when you connect your wallet, it's going to use some oracles. You can see the process in the white paper. So if you scroll up the white paper at the end, you'll see what they're actually doing at the bottom. I probably should just use the links at the bottom, but this is what they're doing. In terms of checking when they connect your wallet, they're checking the oracles, the chain link, the external adapter, and then the database. And if you're eligible, you'll be able to mint your what tokens. It'll cost you a few dollars, I think. If you're not eligible, it will go can't mint. The other thing, of course, if you don't want to connect your MetaMask and you want to check what you're qualified per address, you can just paste your address in here and check the database. Really easy without connecting your MetaMask. So until you've done more investment due diligence, perhaps you can do that. So cool VIP. Cool VIP. What else am I going to say? And of course, at the moment, the weight token is currently being traded, and we're watching it here, weight USD, and the price is currently 66 hundredths of a 1 cent, so just under 7/10 of a penny is the price of weight token at the moment. There's not much been minted though. Not much has been minted. How safe are these airdrops, do you think? Well, this one's apparently been reviewed by coders in the Pulse Police on Telegram. So you could go onto Telegram and check that Pulse 777. I have not done it myself. I don't have an account on Telegram at the moment. I did, but I locked myself out somehow. I can't get back in. Rare Groove says, swap my weight for Hex. Well, it's under 4 cents. Swap my weight for Hex. A nice one there, Rare Groove. And nor did Dodge originally. Yeah. But weight does not have a cute dog logo. No. Apparently, there's an Easter egg too, by the way, just so you don't miss out that. There is an Easter egg here. And of course, I call it Easter egg, but this is an Easter egg. Yeah, Easter egg. And of course, we don't know what that means. So they've just teased out that there's other products coming. Maybe there's something that's going to be dropped to the people that own the weight token. The other thing to remember is that they have a midnight bonus. It's a bit like the big payday. And of course, that's not based. If you want to sell your weight token, you can. But obviously, the longer you wait, the more tokens you get when you do claim. You got to claim before Pulsechain. That's going to be a total supply. And then, of course, anything that's unclaimed will be given to the midnight bonus, which is a bit like the big payday. And that's not based on your weight tokens, but based on your shares. So you get weight token, but you also get shares attached to that. And of course, those shares determine the payout for the the midnight bonus. So if you sell your weight tokens, you still got your shares. You don't lose your shares. So you're still going to get your share of that big pay, that big midnight bonus. So that's kind of the cool things to remember. Other than that, the payout started at the top here, which we've got as well. So we'll scroll up more time. So if you did any of these sacrifices, this is how much tokens you would get in weight tokens. And of course, they go up. You get one more weight token every hour for every sacrifice per wallet that you've got. So they're just going up all the time, basically. And 195,000 wallets qualified. So yeah, cool. If you've got a couple of wallets, then that's going to be a pretty good payout. And if you've done many sacrifices, you could have quite a lot of weight tokens. Pretty much that. So cool. And if you want to check out some videos, Crypto Coffee's done a video on it. And if you want to see one with the actual founder, one of the PR founders, check out Magic Carpet Ride. They had the founder on earlier today. And you can check that video. Very cool. So nice. All right. I think that was pretty good overview. Did that pretty fast, but that was pretty much it. Cool. Lol, true. Yep. Can't see Elon buying weight, says Gregory. No. What is it? What does weight do? Do not want to risk PLS we have. That's true. But it's dodgy. Yep. Like I say, it's Pulse Police have said it's okay. People have been claiming it, but once again, you need to go and confirm that Pulse 777. I have not claimed yet, but when I do, I will most likely sell it after Pulse launches Cape Figure. I dumped it after reading in the white paper. Weight will have no user or utility after the Pulsechain launches. Apparently on the Magic Carpet Ride today, they were talking about future products and stuff like that. So there are 6 people apparently in the team, says the PR guy. He sounded like a nice guy. So yeah, and the Magic Carpet Ride have actually seen him behind the scenes. So they've actually seen him and know who he is on camera. Regu says, but there may be a mystery Easter egg. That's true, and that's the point that I was making there. Cool. But everyone will get the bonus, so diluted, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of inflation by that time, so it's true. But it looks like they indicating they may have a roadmap of products. Question mark? Imagine the dump after launch, then no utility. Yeah, that'd be true. All right. So anyway, those are the pros and cons so far that we know. Maybe I'll get the guys on the chat and we'll do an interview. Maybe we'll do that. We had a lot of people asking about it, so I might as well do it. Get my hand to G on that one. Cool flip. We'll jump out of there. Hey, how we doing? An hour and 5. We're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well indeed. Right, let us get into some of this. We're going to pull up. We're going to watch. No, we've done that one. I don't think we've done all that. We've had enough of those, so we've played that series, so that's cool. Imagine the dump after launch. Yeah, then no. All right, so let's check out the market at the moment. So we've got BTC and ETH there. I was just going to have a look at the investment. Let's have a look at the stock market just quickly and see what the futures are saying. European stock futures lower. Inflation releases loom large. Like I say, the Feds are crazy. This could have all been avoided if someone had not been in power at the moment. Dow Jones, so we've got US 30, US 500, all down close to 1% at the moment. What else we got there? All drops on China. No credit loans. That's about it. So not too much excitement there. Let's jump over the Hex charts. I'm going to wrap it up. There we are. 3.6 cents on Hex. Hedron at 8.61. And Maxi at 7 cents, almost 7.1. And Pulse Dodge at $3.32. And apparently Gunther may sell his Tesla. Apparently, let's go find that out, because I think Gunther was talking about. Someone mentioned that Gunther was going to sell his Tesla. That'd be pretty interesting. He spent all that time to buy a Tesla. Why would he sell it? That's some crazy stuff. Let's see anything there straight off the bat. He posts pretty prolifically, so Pulse Dodge coin. I can't see it. Maybe it's there somewhere. He does a lot of posts. I could do a whole live show on Gunther's posts. You realize that? Whole live show. That's pretty much it. All right, a little bit red at the moment, as we can see in the charts. Not much fun to talk about there. Let's have a look. We've got a couple comments in there. Take the free money and run, says Rare Groove. I have Hex on my yin yang, so not bothered about weight, says Cat Figure. That's true. Good thing and it's liquidity that is provided by weight will help pump Hex. Yeah, so apparently that's true. People talking about the amount of USDC in the pool. Let's go to our charts. We're going to check our airdrop list, and we can see that there's $28,000 liquidity in the USD V3 pair, 12,000 in the US V3 the wrapped ETH V3 pair, and 9,000 in the V2 USDC pair there in liquidity at the moment. So cool. How many? Last 24 hours, we've had 26 buys and 93 sells at the moment. 6 hours, 3 buys and 7 sells. In the last hour, 0 buys. That's pretty much it at the stage. Market cap. Is that really? Market cap 150,000 at the moment of weight. 150,000 is the market cap. So cool. I was watching a few things on TikTok. Man, there's some stupid stuff on there, man, honestly. I feel sorry for the people watch. I mean, I can see why people watch it, because it's like a couple of second little videos, but the more I watch, the more insane it was becoming on the old TikTok. Have you guys found that? Let me know if you think TikTok's slightly insane, if you have watched anything. Also, the shorts on YouTube are also a little bit crazy too. Watching some shorts on YouTube, they're pretty insane. But it's amazing what some people with some really insane stuff, they do definitely get the, Richard Hart's marketing where they do really well when they're doing absolutely crazy stuff. I guess it makes people fascinated. How mate, it says, why would people buy weight? Speculation at this stage. Speculation. Later, they may have some utility products. They said on Magic Carpet Ride that they're going to be looking at novel products, and the weight token definitely is quite novel from that point of view. But they're looking at designing some novel products in the future. Was the idea. Brendan says you lose track of time on TikTok. Yeah. That's true. It may turn out to be a good thing. I always worry about too many tokens on the market. When is enough is enough. Well, remember there used to be like 1,200 tokens, and then 2,000 tokens, then 4,000 tokens, and now people are talking about 20, 30,000 tokens or more. It's probably even more than that, because every cat and dog can mint their own ERC20s or whatever blockchain they're on. So there's got to be a huge number. That's why I always talk about Richard Hart and the golden tokens. You're after the golden eggs, because they're the ones that are really going to do well over time, as the golden projects. And there's only a few, very small few. Like, we're talking about numbers, not percentage. We're not talking about percentage point. We're talking about numbers of projects. There's only so many good ones. I think there'll be more utility, more disintermediation because I think blockchain and crypto can really disintermediate the traditional markets, and that is a real threat to them. That's why many of them are building their own blockchains and technology on that as well. Wait is the new crypto on the block, a fad in my opinion. Yeah. It's kind of counterintuitive though. The longer you wait, the more tokens you get. That's pretty hilarious. The question is, will we get a bit of a rally on it? Will people speculate on it? That's the key. But of course, we've also got Pulse Dodge coin at the moment, right? So people are speculating on Pulse Dodge coin. So that's the other thing that we've got happening at the moment. Let me just pull this down a little bit there, so see the chart. So yeah, cool. How we doing? An hour and 10. We're doing pretty well here. Coming up 7 o'clock. So we're going to wrap up shortly, probably in a couple more minutes. That'll be an hour and a quarter. I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up. I got to think about some dinner. Should I watch some sci-fi and get some Chinese? So is that what I should do tonight? Maybe that's what I should do. I didn't do it over the weekend. That's for sure. I think we're going to play the video. Then we'll play two more videos on the way out. I think it's probably the way to go. So we're coming up to now in 12 minutes. I think that's pretty good for the night. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you're in the UK up there, you're just starting your day off. Hope you have a good day. And yeah, don't forget hex.com, stake it to make it, is the way we look at it. And of course, Pulsechain will come eventually. Just keep the faith. Pulsechain will come eventually, I am sure. Cheers, says Refine. You're welcome. And got the star from Hexonium in the house. Nice one. It's great to see everybody in the chat. Really is cool. Get very familiar with everyone's names, which is pretty nice. Let us play out. And don't forget Discord. Come to the Discord. We're heading up to 550 members. Pretty cool. And of course, get in there. It's 24/7. Great place to hang out. So if you want to ask questions, get in the chat as well. We've got the general voice chat. You can jump in there, set up some talks with other people. Pretty cool. Thumbs up from Ashtree. Hey, Ashtree, good to see you. Thanks, Superman. Catch you again tomorrow. When is this coming, bud? Tomorrow, well, with 2 live streams, so same time tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. It's 11:30 my time in the morning, and then about 5:30 in the evening. Good old Kiwi time, so that helps. Cheers, Superman. Yep, let's play out some funk. We're going to play out Richard Hart on Fox Business because I love the hype. So we're going to play that out. And then I'm going to play out our funky music on the way out, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Bye for now. Actually, we might play the best of Richard too. We'll play 3 videos. Here we go. Bye for now.
So as everyone knows, it's been a real rough period for crypto investors, and many are actually saying, though, that this turmoil is having something of a cathartic effect, right? In the sense that, listen, it gets rid of the poorly run coins and companies and even some bad actors. Meanwhile, the community itself has really turned into a whole bunch of individual tribes, a lot of believers, of course, committed to their favorite coins. In fact, yesterday I read where a whale reportedly bought 20 million Shiba Inu for $210 million. That would have been the largest purchase in history there. I do want to bring in now Hex.com founder Richard Hart. You know, Richard, you are the man behind Hex, and it's been some tough sledding for you like everyone else of late. Just tell us exactly, what it is, why you created it.
Well, I mean, Bitcoin's got a lot of stuff it can't do. So, right now you're seeing everyone lose all their money, and I do mean all of their money, to people that said they would give them more coins. They tried to earn yield on their Bitcoin. They gave their keys to somebody else, which is the opposite of why crypto was invented. It was invented to get rid of middlemen. So what does everyone do? They give their keys to middlemen that have a good story. They're going to give you some interest. I invented something that I gave for free to Bitcoin holders to let them generate yield by holding their own keys without giving them to somebody else.
So I did some research, and I want to just ask you about a couple of things because you've got some detractors out there. It might be a easy way of saying it. And I saw one article and one FI titled "Richard Hart's Hex Token is a Brilliant Scam." It says that the biggest problem with Hex is that the answers you just referred to being paid, but the token doesn't generate revenue. So the only place money can come from is other investors. That would be a Ponzi scheme, no matter how much you spend it. And then, of course, it goes on to say you lay it on thick. What do you say to an article like that? What do you say to an article like that?
Everyone misuses these words. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent endeavor where people are told they're going to get paid more from a business activity that doesn't really exist. It's fraudulent. And there's a middleman that pays you your rewards. The family likeness test would say that Hex is most similar to Bitcoin, where miners create money out of thin air and pay themselves their own rewards through the fruits of their own labor. And therefore, since there's no middlemen, since you mint your own coins, it cannot be a Ponzi. It can be a bubble, which is why the price drops 85% every 3 or 4 years, but then it goes on to make new all-time highs. So Bitcoin's dropped 85% 3 or 4 times now, and yet it's gone up 690 million% from a penny to $69,000. And so all Hex is Bitcoin with a proof of work change, where we pay people inflation to hold the price up through staking instead of paying them to destroy the environment through SHA-256 mining. So that's all it is. It's Bitcoin with a proof of work change.
I've been bringing a lot of folks on in your space because I'm trying to learn all of this. And again, when people found out you were coming on, I got a whole bunch of articles. There's another one I want to ask you about because, listen, obviously you've got a pretty strong following, but there was one in AZ Coin. This is 2019. And it says worrisome Hex founder Richard Hart was revealed to be a notorious scammer known as the Spam King. Again, listen.
I got sued for $500 in civil court 20 years ago. And I couldn't pay for a lawyer to defend myself because in small claims court, you can't have a lawyer defend you.
Okay.
It would have cost me more than $500 to fly to Washington to go win the case. So I don't think being sued for $500 in small claims court makes you a spam king.
Richard, where do we go from here with respect to the overall crypto space, Bitcoin, and Hex itself?
I called the top on the day. Everyone else told you Bitcoin was going to 100,000. I told you it was going down to 10,000. Why? Because it drops 85% every once in a while. But people, they forget that happens. They always think that this time's different. Nope, this time's not different. Are people paying $1 million for JPEGs, or more accurately, serial numbers loosely related to JPEGs, which may or may not still be hosted on the internet? Yes, they are. As long as people are doing that, you have to have a crash. The reality will not let idiots that buy JPEGs for $1 million survive.
For Hex, right? I understand you control like 88%.
Oh, Hex?
People want to know, as they're getting in, are you not getting out?
The best time, the origin address has never sold a single Hex. Vitalik dumps Ethereum on your head all the time. The Ethereum Foundation dumps Ethereum on your head all the time. Chainlink founder dumps Chainlink on your head all the time. The origin address in Hex has never sold a single coin, ever. If you want to know who's dumping, just go look. It's all on chain. All of Hex's trading's on chain. Unlike that crap that you see, the fake volume and fake exchange trading you see for all the other coins. All of our stuff's on chain. You can see who sold, when they bought, what other coins they like, when they're locked up for. It's a miracle. It's the most transparent trading in the entire industry.
All right. Hey, that's all the time we have. I appreciate you coming on, and I do say...
You know I called the top on the day, right?
I did not know that. I did not know that. I'm waiting for you to call I thought you were going to come on the show and call the bottom, though. That's what I'm looking for.
I'll call the bottom when it's 11K.
All right,
and then maybe we go a little deeper.
Sounds good. Richard, thank you very much. All right, folks, of course, I want to hear from you.
Bitcoin's amazing run. Went up, 23x in so many days. Green line up, parabola, fell out of the parabola, red line. Do I run a paid group, or I just make amazing price calls for free? I make amazing price calls for free. I called the Bitcoin top on the day. Did I charge you for it? Did I charge you anything for the education? No. Why? Because I've been a retired multimillionaire since 2003. I brag about it all the time. I called the top. And I told you last cycle, Ethereum topped 27 days after Bitcoin did. This cycle, Ethereum topped exactly 27 days after Bitcoin did. Exact same thing. Yep, there you go. Bitcoin's great run.
This one?
Here's where we fall out of the parabola. Yep. Just click the chart. Hey, look, we're going up. Oh, look, we're not going up no more. Doom time. And check the timestamp, and that timestamp equals the picture on the chart. That's where I called the top. Anytime we get one of these big run-ups, which by the way is usually following by a crash, which I think we are due for the rest of the crash. We're already down half. I think we'll go down another 75% to an 85% total drop. Nobody else thinks that.
80% total drop for what?
I think Bitcoin will tap $10,000 from its high of 65,000 because that's what it normally does. It drops 85%. Ethereum usually drops 95% because it has lower liquidity. So it acts like a leverage position on Bitcoin to some degree. Well, so Bitcoin runs up, ETH runs up higher.
The people in the Bitcoin ecosystem tell me, look, Bitcoin is unlikely to do what it has been doing in the past couple of cycles, which is drop 80%, precisely because new institutional money have already been placed in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Institutional investors now with more money are likely to make the coin less volatile, so to speak.
It's not true.
How would you respond to that?
They're wrong and I'm right. And I believe that we already had our top at 65K on Bitcoin, 4,400 on Ethereum, and I think we'll find new lows. I think you'll see Ethereum down at 300. I think you'll see Bitcoin down at 10,000 because historically that is what they have done in the past. And if you try and play this time as different game, you're going to lose all your money. Usually it's not different. Usually history tends to repeat itself. Usually the market behavior rhymes. It's not identical, but it rhymes. The top for Bitcoin in this cycle, which had just, I guess, made a new top, so it was a local top, but it lasted 6 months, I called it on the day. I said, this is a top. So Bitcoin went from $65,000 down to $30,000. I think it might even went 29.5, 28, something like that, depending on what exchange you're on. And so it dropped 55% from that day. And how did I know it was that day? Because it fell out of the parabola and everyone had their eyes on a single day. It was the easiest call ever. But it didn't go down the 85 like it normally did. It only went down 55 and now it went up again. But because it went up again, I don't know if it could do a double top. It could just be a temporary higher high and it could go make a new low and make everyone very sad. It took 6 months to make a slightly higher high from 65 to 69. And now
you predicted 60K. Are you prepared to make a prediction on the low?
Yeah, 85% drop. So it was 10K, but now that we went up to 69, it's 11K. I believe in the 85% drop. I believe in people selling the bottom. I believe in the pain. And I don't believe in people buying $1 million JPEGs forever and being profitable forever. Nope. These are reflexive systems. People buy because they go up. They sell because they go down. It went down more than 50%. It fell out of the parabola. When things fall out of parabolas, they drop 85%.
Bullish?
On Bitcoin, no.
Are you bullish on Ethereum?
No.
Why not?
The market's already had a bull run for 3 years. Ethereum already did a 50x. Jimmy Fallon of The Tonight Show has an NFT for his profile picture. El Salvador bought it. Michael Saylor bought it. The world's richest guy bought it. Who didn't buy yet? Who hasn't heard of it yet? You've been in a bull run for 3 years now. You dropped out of the parabola. You dropped 55%.
By the way, I called the top on the day. And that top call was good for 8.5 months now and only out of profit one single day by about 6%. Even less than 6%, actually. And I do that for free.
So it's down 38% now.
Yeah.
Does that mean that this is a good time to buy? What's going on? Where's it going next? No?
No, when it falls out of the parabola, it goes up with a parabolic rise. When it falls out of the parabola, it tends to drop 85% of its value. So 85% down from 69K is 11K. Hello, everybody. Richard Hart here. I called the Bitcoin top on the day 10 months ago while everyone else told you it was going to $100,000. There was a 65K top, and then it went down 55% under 30K, and then it bounced. It went up to 69. Back down to doom again. Now it's at 35. So, bounces aren't illegal. You do get bounces. As a matter of fact, I called a bounce, and my tweet was the literal exact bottom of the bounce. I said, look, we're due for a 12% bounce. We got the 12% bounce, and then we went and did new doom. Who does it better? Nobody. Nobody does it better. I mean, look, I won't tell you I hate bragging because I kind of like it, but I deserve it, man. And that's why I changed my username too. I called the Bitcoin top. And who are they putting on TV? People that got you wrecked.
Here it is. Here's the first one. Here's the second one, which is why I brought you back here today, because you did call the top right. I don't think many people gave you the credit because.
It's hard, man. It's hard to take the opposite position to absolutely everyone else, but sometimes you have to.
Where's the next low then for Bitcoin?
Traditionally, Bitcoin drops 85% after a parabolic blow off top. This cycle was different because the government, it should go down to about 11K. So since it was...
That's a reasonable expectation.
Agree. Yes, because it's what it has been doing for decades. It always drops 85%.
What's going to happen to Hex?
Hex continues to have giant dips like it always has, but it also makes new all-time highs. You got to understand that an 80% dip only cancels out a 5x pump. And when you have a 1,000,000% pump, you would have to drop 999999999% to cancel it out. Bitcoin had its run.
It's not had its run. Bitcoin's early days, man. Bitcoin's going to have its real run.
Dude that bought 13-year-old bag that just got here is like, yo, I didn't buy the top. I called the top of the day. You did not. You probably dollar cost averaged into the top on the day. Like, I'm telling you, as a person that knows more about Bitcoin than you, I called the Bitcoin top on the day 11 months ago. Who else called the top on the day? Nobody. I called the top on the day, and it's been in profit every single day except one. It's a little tiny day where it made a little Judas candle, got everybody long, a fake breakout, and then went straight down. Dropped 55% after that little fake out candle. What else? Yeah, called tops on the day for free. Free YouTube, youtube.com/Richard Hart, you name it. We're just living the dream out here. You know, we're doing everything better, and people are starting to figure it out. They're starting to go like, oh, wow, those guys are really killing it. Big Simp 69 asks, have I ever called the Bitcoin top? Yes, I have. More than once. He took on leverage. He encumbered his Bitcoin that he has to get more Bitcoin at a higher price. And now he gets liquidated at 21K. And I think the price will go down to 11K.
Do you think he took out collateralized loans?
Yeah, he bragged about it. He tweeted about it and bragged about it. You know, he took on 200 million of leverage from Silvergate Bank with a Bitcoin collateralized loan, and it's just reflexivity. So now, instead of never having to get liquidated, now you've got a leverage position. And what are the 3 ways smart people go broke? Liquor, ladies, leverage.
Yeah, so once again, Richard Hart doing victory laps, called top on the day. Bitcoin, told you 27 days later, Ethereum, it did the same. Told you don't pick up pennies in front of freight trains, withdraw your money, not your keys, not your coins. Celsius stops withdrawals today. Celsius is down 99%. I can't be more right. I'm always right. It's like, it just sucks that the things I'm right about are things that are people are just choosing to get themselves wrecked. I know. What else I can do for you? You know, it's crazy.
People are like, oh, you were bullish in November of 2017. You're like, yeah. And then the price went up. And then right before the price started going down, I called it. Like, people are so dumb. They don't update their worldview. Ethereum used to suck. It used to only have scams on it. Then it kicked ass. Yeah. And now it's too expensive and too full. So I have to launch a new thing called Pulsechain. So, you have to update your worldview. Technology is a constantly evolving process. And if you don't update your worldview, you're just going to get left behind.